Welcome to the Dayton Business Spotlight, your source for what's now, what's new, and what's next in the Dayton business community. And now, here's your host, Phil Herzing.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of the Dayton Business Spotlight. Here in Dayton, Ohio, we pride ourselves on being a city of innovators and producing a wide variety of very interesting and, well, innovative products. You'll never find this is more true than it is today. And we're joined by Abraham Katame, the president of IAY Technologies. Tell us a little bit about IAY Technologies, Abraham, and how did this interesting name come about?
Thanks, Phil. The name IAY originates from Nigeria, Africa, where I am from originally. And IAY means mother, from the dialect I come from. So with me forming the company, I wanted the laboratories which I form become the mother of the technology that I represent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you do here.
At IAY, we have two major platforms. One is research and development and manufacturing. And research and development, we strive to be global leaders in providing innovative solutions in the area of chemical sciences and technologies. And then in manufacturing, we are now manufacturing specialty papers, microencapsulation products, and also custom formulations that industrial people use.
Now, I notice we have a sample of one of the things that IAY does. Tell us how it's different from what your competitors are doing.
At IAY, we invented some polymer materials that, when used as a heat transfer paper, if used for heat transfer paper application, it produces digital images that do not crack. That is the first.
They do not crack.
They do not crack. That's the first in the way. You must be used to a material like this, which after transfer cracks after repeated wash.
You keep putting it in the washing machine 2, 3, 4, 5 cycles, right, and all of a sudden it looks like it wants to fall off.
Apart. Yeah, and this has not been in the washing machine, so it cracked. But with our technology, it does not. It binds itself into the fabric. It's a microencapsulated technology that combines or that binds with the fabric.
Okay.
And that separates us from the competition. This is the first of its kind in the industry.
Okay. And I can imagine there are several applications for that where that might be very useful.
Correct. And one of the obvious application is, if you look at the lower side of this T-shirt, we took the whole T-shirt, half part, put it in Clorox. And what it has done, the yellow color of the T-shirt disappeared, but the colors of our material, it retains. So what that does is we can isolate this component and use it for either detergent manufacturing to preserve colors, to retain colors, or you can put it in during the printing or the coloring of fabric to not be washed away by Clorox. So in the future, to be able to make Clorox safe fabric colors. And secondly, Phil, what we found out is with the same technology, we can, if used for heat transfer application, it can be used for synthetic, non-synthetic fabric.
Okay.
And this is also the first time one single paper can be used for both application. And also used for flexible fabric. Because of the ability of our chemistry not to crack, you can put it in actual material called spandex. This is the first time a digital heat transfer is used for spandex.
And it does not crack.
It does not crack.
Pull that thing to Australia and it just won't crack.
No, it won't.
That's terrific.
Yeah. So it has varying application, all substrates.
Now, Dayton is right here in Ohio, and you are all the way from Nigeria.
Right.
Tell me about doing business in Dayton, Ohio. Is it a pleasant place to have your company?
Dayton is a very, very pleasant place. Since relocating to Dayton in 1995. After graduating with my PhD in London, I've not moved to anywhere. So that tells you, I put a date.
You rather like it here.
Yeah, I put a date.
And it's a good place to do business.
Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, in my introduction, I made note of the fact that Dayton, as a city, prides itself on being a city of innovators. And I want to know from you, do you think that that is a reputation that's deserved? And what might that say about the city? At the beginning, I made a reference to Dayton being a city of innovators. And I'm curious to hear from you whether or not you think that's a reputation that is deserved. And also, what does that say about the future of Dayton, Ohio?
Yeah, the future of Dayton is certainly very, very bright, especially even from my standpoint of having innovators like me springing everywhere around Dayton. We can only make sure that the foundation of the Dayton in areas of innovation and research is preserved.
Thank you for joining us, Dr. Katame. And thank you for joining us for another edition of the Dayton Business Spotlight. We are very proud in Dayton of our history of being a city of innovation. And if you will check out some of our other videos, you'll see even more interesting stories right here.